a TFWire.com video review.
Hey, this is Matrix Prime at TFWire.com with my video review of Classics Ramjet. Now, before I get to the actual review, I do want to comment on the landing gear. Yes, these figures do have landing gear. In the past, I said they don't. If we look at the underside here on the robot mode chest, you'll see that we have these little fans here, and you can actually fold those out, and they sort of act as wheels in the jet mode. However, they don't roll, of course, but there is landing gear. So I was wrong, yep. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get on to the actual figure itself. Now let me do a side-by-side comparison here with Classic Starscream, because if you aren't aware at this point, Classics Ramjet is a repaint and remold of the Starscream mold. Now if we look at Starscream over here on the left, you'll see that it has a much longer and pointier nose. If we look at Ramjet, it's much shorter and much stumpier. Now if we look at the main wings on Starscream here, you'll see that they started about the middle of the jet, and they ended about the middle of the thrusters here. Looking at Ramjet, you can see that the wings started about the middle of the jet again. However, they continue all the way to the rear of the jet and end at the end of the thrusters. And looking once again here at Starscream, you'll see the Starscream has some rear tail fins here. And if we look at if we look at Ramjet once more, you'll see that there are no rear tail fins here, unless you want to count the little fins which are attached to the main wings here. Now if we turn the figures around here and look at their underside, you'll see that on Starscream the missile launchers are attached to the wings, the main wings of course, and that puts those at about the center of the jet mode. And looking over here at Ramjet, you'll see that the missile launchers are once again attached to the main wings. However, because the wings are pushed much further back, the missile launchers actually appear at the rear of the jet mode. So that's pretty much it as far as the differences are concerned on these two molds. So let me get Starscream out of the way here. Now as for the color scheme on this figure, as you can see, the main body is mostly white. We have this rust, I want to say this rust copper colored color here, which appears on the main portion of the body and continues on to the wings. We also have some gold, which appears here on the rear thrusters. And we also have some dark gray, which if we look on the nose here, you can see the nose is dark gray. The outline of the wings are gray. The tail fins are gray. The rear thrusters here are gray. And if we flip the figure around, you'll see that the missiles are also gray, as well as the missile launchers. So that's pretty much it as far as the colors are concerned. We also have the rub symbol over here on the left side of the jet mode. Okay, I'll now show you the transformation to robot mode. And to do that, if you're familiar with the Starscream transformation, it's pretty much identical. We'll just remove the missile launchers here. We'll start by pulling the rear section of the jet back like that and separating them. These will become the legs, as you can see. We'll go ahead and fold the wings back like so. Fold the feet down like so. And now a step that you don't have to do on Starscream is you grab the front sections of the wing here and you rotate them around like so. Now, next we'll raise up the nose here. Go ahead and separate that from the main portion of the body. Rotate that around here. Rotate the nose around 180 degrees. Go ahead and push that down into place. Rotate the arms out here. Go ahead and lock this piece up like so. Take the arms and pull the hands out here. Do that to the other side as well. Now we'll take the missile launchers from jet mode and attach those to the upper arm here. And we now have we now have Ramjet in robot mode. The color scheme is pretty much identical to the jet mode, except we lose that rusty copper color. The majority of the figure is just white, dark gray, and gold. However, we do have a little bit of silver added here, which, as you can see, is up here on the upper chest. We also have some down here on the midsection of the figure as well. As for articulation, the arms can rotate 360 degrees. There we go. They can rotate 360 degrees, but not with the arm directly to the figure's side. As you can see, we have the little wing section back here, and if the arm is straight up and down, that limits the movement of the arm. But if you pull the arm out a little bit, it can rotate. The arm can move in and out from the body and can also bend at the elbow here. The legs can move in and out from the body. They can move forward and backward a little bit. The backward movement is limited by the back piece here. And the legs can also bend at the knee. And if you want to get really technical, the feet can also move up and down. As for the head movement is pretty much limited. If you can get your fingers in there to move it, it will move a little bit, but only very slightly from the left and to the right, as you can see. It's pretty much just a straight-on look for this figure. Overall, it's a really great figure. Nice remold. I love the color scheme. I hope we get the rest of the Coneheads as well as Thundercracker. I'm hoping they don't just come out in the BotCon exclusive set, so cross your fingers. Overall, I'm probably going to give this figure a 9 out of 10. Certainly worth picking up if you own the rest of the Classics figures and if you're a big fan of the Decepticon jets.